Alright. Hare Krishna. My name is Brihat Mridanga. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm 26 years old. So, how I came to Krishna consciousness, I'll tell you a little bit about myself before I met the devotees. I used to be raised as a very Christian background. My parents were very, very Christian, and I was raised in a very fundamental way. So I had always felt the presence and existence of God, although there wasn't anyone that could really teach me about the principles of serving God and understanding religious texts like the Bible. So I always went back and forth into and out of practicing Christianity. So when I came to the university, I started studying a science degree, and I got involved in using various kinds of drugs. I used to smoke marijuana and drink alcohol and take LSD. But in all of this, it was in an attempt to try and expand my understanding of reality, understand myself, and understanding God and my relationship with God. So inevitably, this new world which the drugs opened up for me also reached towards a limit. And around that time, I admitted the devotees because I was always looking to understand what life is about, looking to have my questions answered, and not just accepting answers whimsically. Like, I would always deeply think about why are these things happening? Like, one question I always had was, why is it that bad things would happen to good people? There's many people ask this question. So why is it that some person, he's always praying to God, he's always going to the church, or he's going to the mosque or to the temple, he's always doing good to others, but then he gets cheated, he gets hurt, he gets taken advantage of. So how can God be good and allow his servants to suffer like this? So this is one question I had. And if somebody couldn't give me like a proper answer, I wouldn't be satisfied. Because being a scientist, science means that you have a question, and then you have a possible solution, and you test that solution. That's called experimentation. And then from the result, you judge how good your solution was. So then, in that way, different people giving different solutions, and from different places of life, I was finding different answers. But they would answer the questions vaguely, but it wouldn't satisfy my heart. But when I met the devotees, their presentation of reality, of their perspective on reality, their presentation on the whole cosmic situation, and how we are in this cosmic situation, and how we are related to it and to God, was completely satisfying to me. So it satisfied my intellect completely. On that platform, I've been intellectually satisfied by the presentation of the devotees, philosophically, also by the reasonable and logical presentations of things, such as, for instance, the laws of karma, which are present in any religious tradition. As you sow, so shall you reap. What you do unto others, that will happen to you. This is karma. So, although in these different traditions, these things are there, but because the people don't explain them properly, then the people don't understand actually the implication in their life. So that was one aspect of it, that intellectually it satisfied me completely. But besides that, I'm also a practical person, that different spiritual practices I looked into involve different types of meditation and physical procedures, and they didn't seem very practical to me, because in this day and age, who has the time to sit down for long periods to do some yogic postures like this and like that, and to try and push up the life airs, or however it's explained. Who can even control the mind for one moment? So how can you apply these things? But with this Krishna consciousness that the devotees presented to me, this bhakti yoga, where you just sit and you're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's such an easy thing to do, and anyone can do it. You can sit down and you can chant it nicely while you are walking to your school, while you're driving to your work, while you're in the queue in the supermarket. You can chant. You can chant softly, you can chant loudly if you're bold. You can chant within your mind. Always it is there. And the result that I've felt from practicing this is that I've been discovering deeper and deeper satisfaction from chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, from practicing Bhakti Yoga, from practicing this art of how to be devoted to God, how to cultivate our relationship with God through deep loving exchanges with God, through service, through devotion. Bhakti means devotion. So that is my experience thus far in Krishna consciousness, that I have not seen a limit, and I don't see a limit coming anytime soon. And that for now, this is the best process and the easiest process that I've found, and it is the most sure process to attain success. And being a scientist, and not being a dogmatic scientist, is that I'm always looking about how I can make the quickest advancement spiritually possible. So therefore, if someone were to present to me a process easier and more sufficient and successful than this Krishna consciousness, I would gladly accept. Otherwise, what type of scientist am I like that? But I have not found such a process. So that is my challenge to the world. I can say, please try and present to me something better. And if you cannot, then please try this Krishna consciousness and see it for yourself, because I can try and appeal to you intellectually, sentimentally, on so many different platforms about how nice my experiences is in practicing this process. But because the English language is so limited, I cannot really deliver the essence of my experience. So the easiest way is to try and practice it for yourself. So I've got a 1 month challenge. If you chant, and on this website there will be some instructions on how to chant on Japamala, on the beads. If you chant the Hare Krishna mantra on beads 1 round every day for 1 month, I guarantee that your life will have changed, perceivably so. So this is my challenge to everybody. If you chant 1 round every day on your beads for 1 month, you will see result. And because of that result, you will have this desire to want to chant more. And this is how I'm feeling, is that I'm feeling such satisfaction and happiness that I want to distribute it to everybody. I want everyone to taste the nectar of this honey pot, like that. And it's practical, and it will satisfy on every level, intellectually, practically, sentimentally, and ultimately it will cure the hurt that this world is feeling collectively, and it will unify this entire planet, and it will eventually, it is my firm belief that this process alone will bring peace upon this entire planet. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.